Today I'm going to teach you how to make raw, vegan, low-fat cinnamon rolls. So first I want to give credit where credit is due, and this recipe was inspired by Chris Kendall, The Raw Advantage, on the internet, on YouTube. Check out his channel, check out his website. He has really cool recipes, and this is, I'm putting a little bit of a different touch to the recipe. I'm making it sort of my own, but I've been making this recipe for different retreats. People love it, and I served it recently for Thanksgiving. It was really a success, and tomorrow we have a raw vegan potluck here in Vilcabamba, and I'm gonna make it to serve there. First, I'm gonna use 4 ripe bananas. 4 ripe bananas, put that in the blender. We'll start with that. And then here I have half a cup of flax seeds that are soaked in a 1/4 cup of water. All you gotta do, you put some flax seeds, half a cup, in a 1/4 cup of water. Soak it, put it in here. And so first what we're gonna do, we're gonna blend this together just to grind the flax really well. Very well. We're gonna add 5 whole plantains. You want the plantains to be really nice and black, so they're really soft and sweet. And plantains are much more starchy, much more caloric dense than bananas. So they're gonna add a lot of texture and consistency to this recipe. Six plantain, 4 bananas, 6 plantains. Cup of the mixture. Pour all of it on your dehydrator sheet. We will leave it in the dehydrator overnight for 12 hours, and tomorrow it will be ready to cut. Put it in a dehydrator at 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 41 degrees Celsius. That have been dehydrating for 3 hours about. What we're going to do, we're going to take another dehydrator plank like this, another dehydrator layer. I'm going to put it on top. And then you take the whole thing, flip it upside down, take this out as well. And then we're going to peel this. But now we have it just like that. It's time to put it back into the dehydrator. So now we have our cinnamon roll dehydrated after 12 hours in the dehydrator overnight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sides. So I take the knife and go, we want the sides to be square. We want the whole thing to be nicely square. So we'll put this back in the dehydrator for another half an hour. Alright, now we're going to do our cinnamon sauce. We're going to put in the filling of the cinnamon roll. So I soaked 3 cups of raisins. In total, there's 3 cups here with 1.5 cup of water. I removed 100 raisins, which is about 1 cup of raisins, in order to put inside the cinnamon rolls. And we're going to use the remaining 2 cups in water and blend that. Here in the blender. Here I have half a cup of dates. You can use all dates. You don't have to put any raisins. Dates are just hard to come across here in Ecuador. Dates are actually better, they're sweeter. It would come out a little bit tastier, a little bit sweeter, but we're going to do it with a mix of dates and raisins right now. You can put cinnamon to taste. I'll put like a good heaping teaspoon of cinnamon in there, and we're ready to go and blend. With the sauce first. We're going to use raisins, the ones that I soaked. And at first we're going to put a couple raisins next to each other, like this. And then we're going to go every little bits, we're going to put one raisin. This will be the center here. So we're going to roll this in. And then keep on gently rolling the cinnamon roll until you have the roll, just like this. The ends of the cinnamon rolls touch another one just in case they start unraveling, just in case they start opening up. And now I'm going to put it back in the dehydrator for maybe half an hour until we go to the potluck and we have people try it. Now that our cinnamon buns are ready, warming up in the dehydrator, I'm going to make a banana ice cream to put on the top of the cinnamon roll. That has a really nice combination with the warm cinnamon bun and the cold ice cream. And I decided to go a little bit fancy. Sometimes I like to put coconut meat in my banana ice cream. It adds a little fattiness to it. I took the meat out, and this is about half of the whole coconut. As you can see, it's a pretty thick kind of meat. And what's going on with this kind of coconut is it's very fibery. So you wouldn't want to have that. It would create a weird texture into the ice cream. So I'm gonna make a milk out of it, a coconut milk, coconut cream. And then I'm going to add that to the ice cream with a little bit of vanilla powder, and we're going to have a really nice banana ice cream that has a little more richness. We're going to add half of the coconut into the blender, with 100 milliliters of water. Just a little bit of water to help it blend. There's two options on how to strain the milk. One of the options is with a strainer, like a filter like this, but today I decided to use the nut milk bag, which is my favorite. I'm gonna take all of this nice creamy coconutty puree, pretty much all gone. Then do it here with the nut milk bag. You just want to squeeze the milk out, twist it a little bit on the top so it doesn't come out, and then you basically remove all the fiber and you just end up. So this is the coconut milk, coconut cream that we have made. I'm gonna do 2 blenders of banana ice cream, so I'll do about half of this on each. There's about 150 milliliters, so let's do, it's about half. And then we'll take some bananas, and to make banana ice cream in the Vitamix, you don't want to put more than 500 milliliters, more or less. If you put more, it will be kind of hard on the blender. Thank you, Soli. So when that blends, it should be pretty good. And then we'll put a little. This is vanilla powder, fresh vanilla powder from Ecuador. Really good stuff.
Those are bananas.
Just a little bit. Let's go do something. So yeah, this is banana vanilla coconut ice cream. Very nice and smooth. And since we're going to a potluck, we won't be able to eat it now, so I'm gonna put it in a bowl, put a cover on it, put a top on it, and keep it in the freezer for a couple more hours until we leave. And so it should be nice and frozen when we get to the potluck. But just a little tip about the blender, the Vitamix. When you make banana ice cream, it's quite frozen and it's hard on the motor, so you really want to put it on high gear like pretty fast. You never want to like start it on high gear. You want to start low, but you want to go and put it on high gear really quickly. That way it's going to blend as fast as possible. And if you have it on a lower gear, the motor could overheat actually, and the blender would shut off by itself. So basically you do it like that. 1, up, 2.
Just sauce, you want chocolate?
Delicious.
You want some of that? Oh, it's ice cream. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Incredible. Very good.
Just grab one, Bobby.
Looks intense. Tastes like a cinnamon roll. What?
No problem. No problem.
Oh my god.
It's nice.
Oh.
Try this?
Ridiculous.